I got my city doing front flips. When every father mayor rapper jump ship. I guess that's why they call it where I stay. Clean up the streets so my daughter can have somewhere to play. I'm the blueprint.
What an amazing day it's been so far. And I have a show full of special guests and performances waiting for you guys. So without further ado, let's welcome Claridge's former president and from the novel Schooled by Korman, Capricorn Anderson.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say but you can learn.
Hello, Malai. I am so excited to be here. I really love your show.
Well, thank you. I'm a big fan of you too. So, haven't you only watched TV for like a year now?
Well, that is true, because back in Garland, we really didn't have TVs or many of any technology. But now that I've been recently watching TV, I've been watching Trigonometry and Tears and The Malai Show.
Yeah, boo.
Well, that happens often.
Well, anyways, you have a great taste in shows. I can totally see that.
I do.
Yeah. And so, we can both agree that we have fans, like dedicated, great fans.
Like mine are called Caps.
The Caps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't really thought of like what my fans are.
The Malayans. That's pretty good.
That's actually really good. I really like that. I tweeted on Twitter.
What is Twitter?
Twitter?
Twitter.
Twitter. Like, think like twit and then
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah. It's basically a social media site where you have like 140 characters or less that you could post.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I posted hashtag Cap on the Malaya Show, and we have an opportunity for fans to ask questions to Cap. So, the first one, we have at I Love Capricorn. Who was your first crush?
My first crush. Oh, Sophie Donnelly. Okay. Now, back when Rain was in rehab, I moved in with my social worker, Mrs. Donnelly, and her daughter Sophie. And so, I knew as soon as I saw Sophie, she was the most beautiful girl in the world. And well, even though she could be very cruel to me, like dumping water on my head and frequently calling me Freakazoid, I knew she still had a special place in my heart.
Is your hair okay?
Sometimes it gets in my mouth.
Oh.
It's really annoying.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Have you done anything special for Sophie before?
Yeah, two things. Well, first, while she was learning to drive, I gave her driving lessons because her father, he would always fight. And well, secondly, I made her an engraved bracelet that said, all you need is love. Because I felt bad for her that she couldn't keep the one that her dad gave her for her birthday.
Wow, that's really nice. Like, I can't even get a text back, but you know, like there are some people in the world that just have it nice. Yeah. Next question. At Cap is my hero asks, who is the most influential person in your life?
Well, I'd say Rain, my grandmother. She really is the most influential person in my life. Her and I were the only ones in Garland, a fun community that helped us escape from the money-hungry rat race of modern society. She raised me and she homeschooled me because it was still under the law for me to have an education. She was really the only one I could call family. I'm sorry, that happens too often. One time, she was picking plums from a plum tree and she fell. Yeah, so after when we took her to the hospital, the doctor told her that she had to have 8 weeks of rehab. And after that, my whole life flipped upside down.
That relates to the next question. At Peace Love Capricorn, when did you realize that your whole life changed?
Oh, well, kind of relating to the last question, after moving in with the Donnellys and Rain being in rehab, I had new experience and exposure of city life. It was way different from Garland. I started school and saw Jerkface and Butt Wiper get into a fight on the first day. I found out what a wedgie was. Can you believe that? Also, I got spitballs in my hair and found a dead bird in my locker. Okay, so I later buried it and had a funeral for it. Poor thing. Oh, and I was also president of the 8th grade.
Oh, that's pretty nice. So, tell us about your presidency. How did it go?
Well, when I first got to C average, I call it that because the L was off of the sign. Like, it fell off. I don't know where it went.
So like it's not collaborative,
It's like C space average.
Oh.
So, I didn't even know what a president was until I got nominated for it. So, I had so many responsibilities, including the Halloween dance. I didn't even know what it was. Also, I didn't even know what a check was until our principal brought me to the bank and gave me a checkbook for the student activities account I had access to. With these checks, I donated most of the money to charities such as the American Cancer Society, March of Dimes, Habitat for Humanity, and many more.
So it seems like you basically donate money to like all the charities, but I think you forgot one.
I did?
Yeah, it's called the Malai Foundation. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh.
I mean, it just started like, I think like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, let me take note of that.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm just kidding,
Oh.
It's like
Oh. Keep it low.
So, next question. What else did you do as president?
Well, in the mornings, I normally did Tai Chi in front of the schoolyard where others would join me. Like, I am instructing a meditation group. Also, I had a tie-dye class. It was really successful. Almost everyone in the school was all in the art room learning how to tie-dye.
Did you make that shirt?
Oh, one of my students made it for me. It's a crop top. It's a really nice piece of work. It's just one size too small, if you haven't noticed. I managed to get a lot of people to help me with the Halloween dance, like with food and music.
That's great.
Throughout those events, I also memorized all 1,100 students' names.
So that's crazy. Knowing everyone there, there's so many kids in the C average. Did you ever get bullied at school?
Well, yes. I remember there was this kid named Zach Powers. Him and his friends would shoot spitballs in my hair, lock me in classrooms, put dead things in my locker, like that bird I found, and they were the ones who publicized my nomination for president. Now you see, that might be a good thing, but apparently the biggest loser in the school is nominated president, just so students could laugh at him.
Knowing that you knew 1,100 people in your school and knowing that Zach and his friends were to bully you, did you have any of your best friends?
Well, when entering C average, my first friend was Hugh Winkleman. He sat with me at lunch and told me everything I need to know about middle school. So, as school went on, I started getting more and more social. As that progressed, Hugh and Zach allied so that they could go behind my back and sabotage me. I know, right? But back then, I didn't know what was happening. But me and Hugh are Gucci now, so it's okay.
Next question at Live Love Cat asks, have you ever broken a bone?
Well, I was almost completely paralyzed one time.
How?
So when we had a football rally, Hugh made me change into the other team's jersey. And I knew that was kind of odd. So once I came out of the locker room onto the field, our whole team sacked me. Later on in the same day, I was trying to break up a fight between Zach and Daryl. And Daryl accidentally punched me instead.
Next question. At Mary Me Cap tweeted, what is the most weirdest event that has happened in your life?
One time, I showed up to my own funeral.
Wait, so people thought you were dead?
Precisely. So, after Rain was released from the hospital, I was picked up from school in an ambulance and went back to Garland. I never came back to school, so kids thought I died. Once the school had the Halloween dance, I decided to go back to see Average. On the way there, Sophie Donnelly picked me up, and we both went to the dance. When we arrived, all of these kids were in the parking lot, and they all looked really depressed. And they dressed like hippies, and they all had candles. Turns out, the funeral was for me. So when we were leaving, I said goodbye to all 1,100 students.
That is so crazy. I can't believe how you memorized all 1,100 of them. So next question. At All You Need Is Cavern Tweets, what's the most important invention of the 21st century?
21st century. Well, hands down, it's gotta be duct tape. Back in Garland, we used duct tape for everything. Duct tape is so great. You can fix up anything, or you can create tons of new things.
That's great. Now we'll start a game, and basically it's like charades. So Cap will have this stack of cards, and it's currently facing down. So he has to put it on his forehead, and then the word that's on his forehead, I will try to act it out, or do whatever, so he can guess it. And we have 60 seconds to do this. Go.
Peace.
Yes.
Is it?
Point.
Meditation.
Yes.
Touchy.
Yes.
This is difficult. Rain?
Yeah.
Row, row, your boat.
So pretty.
Pizza. Decorations. Oh, tie-dye.
Yeah.